All right, so let's get started for tonight. We've got a murder to solve, right? And
Definitely.
it has been a while since we played last. In fact, since we played last, Free League has dropped the character sheets for Blade Runner. So now, when you look at your characters in your journal, you should see that you have a beautiful character sheet now. So, pretty straightforward character sheet. They've done a lot of troubleshooting in the time that they've dropped it, and it shouldn't give us too many fits, hopefully. And if we come up with anything, we'll just handle it along the way. So what do you want to follow up with, and who's going to follow up with what to start with here?
We did not go to the pawn shop, right?
No, you haven't gone to the pawn shop yet.
That's definitely on the list, I would think.
Yep, pawn shop is on the list.
And I think I've taken one of my required rest periods. So
yeah,
I don't think
everybody's got their
rest.
rest in, so you're good there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Are we like morning day 2?
Yep, morning day 2.
Okay.
So you got the pawn shop you want to hit. And remember, with the KIA pads, you can split up if you want. But
Right.
you can only go to one location per shift. So, and
we
you
could
got
hit
4
twos
shifts
this
in a
go
day.
Around.
What's that?
We could go in 2s this go around if we don't have a whole lot of leads. It'd be 2 people pawn shop, 2 people, whatever lead we could dig up. I'm not quite sure of what that other
Yeah, I
lead
don't
is,
know what
though.
the second would be because I don't think there's anything new that would be at the lab or anything like that. So alternatively, what would be a good second lead?
I'm debating whether or not to try to go to the Kill Magazine place and try to do quote unquote damage control, see if anyone called in and gave them any more information or anything like that. But I'm also tempted to just not.
Yeah, let's not feed into that.
For 2 reasons. Number one, I'm not the frickin' LAPD,
Public
relations guy. That's not my job.
Well, remember, Jelly Schuyler was the owner of Kill Magazine, was there.
Yeah, that's true. But we interviewed him already, right? We interviewed him before he left.
No, you interviewed the owner of the Snake Pit.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, then we have to.
So there was a person
for an interview.
Yeah, if there was a person there who has knowledge of it, and I mean they're doing a magazine, so in some capacity they probably attempted to dig up some information.
Yeah, you interviewed Taffy Lewis.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So who would be the strongest to go and be public relations while still asking questions?
So as far as who's our most capable for that, I believe that's Percival. But I also just I don't want to do that to Percival.
It might be Finna.
I appreciate it.
She's the very nice one with high empathy and high manipulation.
Sorry, I meant Fenna. Sorry, it's been.
Oh, okay.
I meant Fenna because Fenna is our face character.
Okay.
I believe, so sorry about that.
Oh no, that's
I'm
fine. I'm the lab rat. I'm the lab rat.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'll go talk to the Kill Magazine person.
Did you want me to go with you?
More the merrier.
Okay, so if we do 2 and 2 and split, yeah.
Gonna break it into two this time? 2 and 2?
Yes, but I wouldn't mind if Bacher actually went with Fenna. Either I can go with Fenna or Bacher could go with Fenna. There needs to be a human and a replicant together on each team if we split up.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So however you break that down, if you go to your shift log, you need to write, or for day 2, which I've already got started for you. In the morning, you need to let me know where you're headed on your character sheet. Probably go ahead and put this down here too. So kill magazine. Who's going there?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, Finna.
Fenna and Bacher. Fenna, Bacher, is that fine? You have an issue with that?
No, that's fine.
All right,
Okay.
Fenna and Bacher, and then Percival and I will
Okay. Go to the pawn shop.
take the pawn shop.
Okay. Let's do the pawn shop first.
All right.
So you get in your spinner and head out to the pawn shop. I'm going to just pull up the city sectors here just because it's kind of cool looking.
Also, right quick, if you could give me again the connection here with the pawn shop.
The pawn shop is the back of the picture lists this guy's name, and
Back of what picture found where?
it was in Leah's apartment.
Leah's apartment.
Leah's apartment.
Yeah, it's actually Fenna found it, pulled the picture. It was a picture of a little girl, which was kind of odd because why would a replicant have a picture of a young girl?
Right.
And it said Doc Badger on the back. And in fact, why don't you go ahead and make a connections roll real quick? Novak. Yeah, you know this place. It's in Sector 5, and you are familiar with the area, so it's fine.
So this is the morning shift, I take it?
Yep, morning shift, and so you and Novak, Percival and Novak are headed out to the Doc Badger's pawn shop. Okay. The other, and don't forget, the other thing was the butterfly in the jar, which one of you recognized as possibly coming from down on Animate Row somewhere.
Can we bring that with us?
Yeah, absolutely. You can bring the photo in the jar.
Oh,
And
yeah, we're bringing everything that we can.
I think Animate Row is probably pretty close to. I think it's like right by the pawn shop. I can't find it on the map, but it's in Sector 5, so it's close enough if you wanted to go.
First of all, I know we're not at the lab right now, but can you tell me what you can get from this? Any maker's
Sure.
mark or anything? Possibly.
What shall I roll for that?
Let's have you roll. And I guess let me clarify. What are we looking at? The picture or the
No, we're looking at the butterfly.
butterfly? Okay, so I'm going to say that's going to be do an insight on that. Okay, so no successes. You can push that if you want.
Sure.
So just click the push button in the roll where it's where you rolled in your chat there. And it'll give you an option to roll one or both again.
In the chat, you said.
Yep.
You think I could do this? Come on. Okay. Oh, there's the chat. Okay. And then
So where
There
it
we
says
go.
you rolled insight there, and it came up with a 0 in the circle. Right beside that, it says push.
It says type error, cannot read properties of undefined.
All right, let me see. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Okay, just roll insight again.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing there. Can't get anything out of off the butterfly.
Go ahead and take a look at that picture too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and give me another insight roll.
Okay. Now the letters A through D. Do I need to worry about those at all?
No, that's just your rank. That's your dice roll.
Okay.
Okay, so you got a success there. So as you're looking at this picture and you look at the front and you notice just right on the edge of where the picture is, some coating, and you're pretty sure that coating is because of it's called a stelline scan, STELLINE scan. And that is basically it's a memory scan. It's from a memory scan of a replicant.
Is this something I can read and maybe download and share?
No, it's a hard copy of a picture. What the replicant has done is they've gone down somewhere and basically plugged in,
Oh, okay.
and they have printed a picture of from a memory, hard copy
So it's
on
not a
paper.
picture, it's something that they actually observed from their own
It's from
memory database
their
kind of thing.
memory anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Does the little girl in the picture look at all like our missing persons?
Like Leah?
Yeah.
Hmm?
And does it have a date timestamp or location?
No, it does not. But to your question, Novak, maybe a little, but not as much as you would expect for, I guess, a child.
Does it seem
But
to be an
but
older
some.
picture or a current picture from like the paper, the print quality? Can we tell?
It's relatively new. I mean, it's current tech and everything, so that's not the issue. It'd be hard to tell how long ago it was printed, but I mean, there's no fading. It's still vibrant, crisp, so probably within the last 6 months anyway.
Okay. So it'll be hard to tell if it's her remembering herself or
It could
if
be like a dot,
a
like
relative
like a sister
a
or
relative
something,
type of thing. Yeah.
maybe a
Well,
cousin.
that would be odd in that Leah is a Nexus, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but
The
weirder things have happened.
well, the Nexus 9s have
Oh,
memories.
she's an 8 though.
No, she's a 9. That was a
Oh, is
typo
she a 9?
in the original
Oh, okay.
release of the
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, they're given memories. The 9s are given memories.
Yeah, yes they are. Yes they are.
I suppose I'm not quite understanding what you mean when you say that it would be strange then.
Um I guess I was going from this that she had an actual sister.
No,
Okay.
that just has a memory of
Okay.
one.
All right.
Okay. tracking now.
So, what would you like to do? Head on down, or
What can we pull up on our on the pawn shop owner here?
let's see. Can you pull anything up from here? You know, there's a bunch of pawn shops down there. They don't really have specific files on any of them.
All right. And right quick, the name that was on the back again.
Was Doc Badger.
I was looking through my computer for my notes and I couldn't find them, so I'm making new ones.
You do find I guess you would find a listing for a Doc Badger's pawn shop with an address that could take you right there.
Okay. Anything else?
But you
on
don't
that?
really have anything. There's no file on the owner.
Any lists involving cases that went through to or around that shop?
Any what now?
Any cases, so other cases
Oh,
that like a
no.
shooting out in front or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. It's yeah, pretty docile.
So they're
file,
pretty
like
law
I say.
abiding.
Yeah, I mean it's nobody's been arrested for illegal activity there or anything like that.
Not known for fencing anything or drawing any kind of oddities to his door that we are aware of, at least as
Yeah,
law
you know,
enforcement.
not he's never the shop itself is not listed for having any, stolen goods that they were trying to fence or anything like that.
Right quick. If when I talk to this shop owner, I just say Leah, do you want me to use like her other information? Because if I just use the first name Leah, that's not going to mean anything. But if it's a Nexus 9, then there's more to that.
Well, that's up to you if you want to talk to him and about any of that.
I would like to talk to him about that, but I'm asking you when I do, because do you want me to use all of that information, or can we just use Leah as shorthand for all of that information?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I might need you to detail me kind of what you might be talking about, at least at first, and then we can maybe go to shorthand.
Okay. Can you go ahead and give me all of the information that I need for identifying our Nexus 9 here in this conversation then?
And as he's questioning, I'm
maybe
going to be
I guess maybe I'm
using
not
my
understanding
observation.
what you're asking for.
When I talk to so I'm just going to line this out here. When I talk to the shop owner, I'm going to ask him, have you ever done business with Leah? Now, I don't want to use just the name Leah because that doesn't mean anything. So I want all of the information so that it jogs more of a memory, means a specific person rather than just a name.
It's none of that other stuff's probably going to mean anything to him. It might be more beneficial to just bring a picture of her.
Okay.
But yeah, we can say in shorthand, you're saying Leah Nexus 9 model number, blah, 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 but I mean,
All right. Thank
yeah.
you.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to be observing to try to pick up any kind of information, how he's acting, if he has any micro expressions, is he sweating, does he have any basically tells, body language, anything like that I can pick up.
Okay. Good cop, bad cop. Got it.
Other piece of information. Is it illegal to sell the police blasters?
No.
Okay.
There's a place that sells them. What's the name of it? It's I think it's been mentioned.
It has. I don't remember the name of it. But...
Yeah, Bullet Bob's Runner Surplus sells that kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right, so are we headed to the Doc Badger's place?
Yes.
Okay. It's a crowded street, and you kind of are making your way through, and it's definitely hopping down here. A lot of different little shops and things like that, but you spot a small kind of hole in the wall place that says, Doc Badger's pawn and loan or something to that effect. And there's a lot of small shops around him also. Do you want to head straight in or do any kind of anything else before you bounce into his shop?
Yeah. Take a look and see what kind of exits it's got in case he bolts.
Okay, there is a back door that you can see in an alleyway.
Is it clean? Is there any kind of graffiti? Is there any like
It's not the cleanest street, but it's
overrun
not.
garbage or something like that?
Yeah, it's not the cleanest street, but it's not scuzzy either. I mean, you don't have, there's not like druggies passed out on his front, right in front of his building or anything like that. But it's, there's probably some bags of garbage that haven't been picked up yet, and it's kind of rough looking. But
Vehicle in that alleyway?
no vehicle, no motorcycle, no nothing like that.
No graffiti?
There's graffiti, but it's nondescript.
Okay. Is there gangs in the area that we would be aware of?
Mm, maybe, but again, nothing that
Nothing
this doesn't.
necessarily
There's
pertinent
not.
to
This
our
isn't,
thing?
isn't a heavily criminalized area. It's just kind of dirty and not the pristine creme de la creme, area.
Okay. Well, it's a pawn shop, so you
Yeah,
wouldn't
I mean,
expect a pawn shop to be in
but I
the
mean, again, this
best
guy
area.
doesn't. There's no record on file of this guy ever being busted for having, stolen goods, stolen whatever, trying to sell stuff he shouldn't sell.
Oh, here's an important question as well. Getting like a picture from let's call it a brain scan, is that illegal
No,
for replicants to do?
no.
Okay.
How common is that?
Well, for a replicant
many
to ask
places-
for one, that's a
I mean,
little.
how many shops would there be? If there's only a couple of them, we might be able to try to track down a lead with that, having seen her, but
Well, I mean,
that's
this one
kind of
is
far-fetched.
absolutely the picture is stamped Doc Badgers. So,
Right.
I mean,
So
it's unlikely
is
this
where
came
she
from
had it
another
done.
shop.
This
So
is
this
probably
is where she
they
had
got
it done. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Suddenly, I'm extremely grateful to have you here with me, Percival. Because we might need to root around in some electronics.
While you watch, you see some people come and go, and sometimes they stay for 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes they stay for as much as 20, 30 minutes, but it's not heavily trafficked or anything. But I mean, he does have some. It looks like he's got what you would consider a base clientele, and you don't. I mean, when you're kind of looking through the shop window, it looks like these contacts are going well. That nobody's yelling and screaming and waving arms or anything like that. So, I mean, you get a pretty good vibe about this location. Other than, like I say, it's a little dirty. It's it's downtown, and it's not in the bad part of town, but it's somebody could stand and maybe get some trash trucks out a little more frequently.
Right.
So it's kind of the blue collar area.
I mean, you don't feel like you're going to get shanked right, just walking into the alley or anything. So,
All right. Well, then let's head on in.
okay. So, You walk into Doc Badger's pawn shop, and it's a small and kind of cluttered space. It is filled to the brim with everything from useless knickknacks to advanced tech. So it's got quite a bit of difference. Just a real swing of stuff here. It's all dusty and well used. And behind the counter, you see this person who would appear to be Doc Badger.
I can't tell. Is that just body mods or is that a replicant?
Let's see here. He is. I don't know that it says. I thought they were glasses, but now that you mention it, looks like it might be that he might be something there. I'm gonna say
I'm
he's
not
human.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't say, so I'm gonna say he's human,
All right.
and he's just it's some sort of spectacle glasses that he's got, probably to look at stuff and make look at jewelry or something that comes in, or different things to assess quality.
Okay.
I'll walk up to him and pull out my badge. LAPD, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
He tenses up a little bit and says, "Oh, okay, officer. I'll be happy to help if I can."
Have you seen? And then I'll have a picture of Leia. Have you seen this replicant?
Okay. Let's see here. What is that going to trigger here?
I'm watching the whole time to get any kind of reactions at all.
He says, I don't like to typically give out information on my clients. Can you give me I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. She's missing. We're trying to find her.
I see.
She works with me for the LAPD. So
It doesn't have anything to do with that magazine cover that I read the other day about replicant murder, does it?
potentially, we're trying to sort that out, get it figured out,
Uh,
but we don't know for sure yet. Haven't
well,
found her.
I don't remember the lady's name, but someone did come into the shop that looks quite a bit like this person.
Yeah, I've got her name right here, it's Leia.
Oh,
Does that
Leia.
fit?
Yeah. Let me. I think that's maybe a couple weeks back. Let me look at my book, and he pulls out kind of a old school register, kind of where he's got stuff written down, and he says, yeah, oh yeah, right here. Came in for a Stelline scan. Yeah, I did. Pulled a memory picture for her. We do that for a small fee.
Would it have been this one? And I'll have the picture.
He do you hand it to him?
Yeah, I'll hand it to him.
He flips it over and says, "Yep, that's mine. I would have done that one."
All right. Is there anything that you keep from these scans that we might be able to, that you could give us access to, that we could look and see if there's anything else we can pull from that?
You're welcome to look at the machine, but that it it just goes in, and there was a specific memory implant that she wanted, so it goes out and grabs that image and takes it back. It doesn't keep any kind of record per se.
Did she only do one?
Yes, it was very specific. She wanted this image of this child.
Did she happen to mention anything about who the child was or what this was an imprint of?
No, but I did notice that she became quite emotional when I handed her the printed photo, almost as if she was going to cry, but she held it together. But it was obvious that it was emotionally disturbing to her to some extent.
You're sad emotional.
Sad.
you say?
She was upset. Yeah, sad. Not angry, upset. She was distraught.
Well, we would definitely appreciate being able to look at the machine for that.
He takes you to the back of the shop, and there's a chair where you can sit down, and it's a pretty
Do you keep
basic
video
machine.
recordings?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you keep video recordings of the comings and goings and any kind of interaction here?
I'm sorry, I don't have that. I don't make a lot of money here. I don't have a surveillance system or anything.
Okay.
I'd kind of like to look around for a little bit. Is from what I can see, is he telling the truth?
Go ahead and give me a boom boom. Still learning all of these new ones here. Give me an observation roll.
And from my detailed observation, should I do something as well?
Give me actually give me an insight for that one, okay?
Okay.
Again. All right, so Novak, when you're looking around, and a lot of this stuff has been sitting for a long time. He's not moving a lot of product here. He's not moving a lot of stuff, and you can look and you don't see any video cameras or any kind of camera systems. In fact, you're looking and you're like, he's got barely enough to stop somebody from just kicking in the door and taking what they want. It's obvious he's probably needs to find another line of business, because as a pawn shop owner, he's maybe not the best. On the insight, I mean, his face is relaxed. He's not, doesn't appear to be trying to deceive at all. He's truly trying to be helpful, as best you can tell, Percival. Not, I mean, he's relaxed and not tense in any way. So,
Well, he seems to be on the up and up and not lying or realizing he's lying if that is the case. So he's being as truthful as he can, from what I understand then.
yeah, that's the the gist that you're getting, is that
Okay.
this guy's just trying to help you out as best he can. He realizing that he's limited in what he's going to be able to help you with, other than, yeah, I got this image and it did come from here. If you take a look at the machine, I don't need you to roll that. It is absolutely, as he stated. Also, it looks like it's a kind of, you direct it to go for what memory. You'd have the person kind of focus on that memory, and then it just snaps a picture. It's like a Polaroid. It doesn't record any data. It just goes in and goes into the, I guess, for lack of a better term, the mind's eye, and snaps what the person's thinking of, or the in this case the Nexus 9 is thinking of, and says boom, and prints it out.
Is there anything in particular in the shop that does look like it's been handled more recently? Not covered in dust, let's call that.
Not really. I mean, maybe some glassware or something, but nothing of significance to your investigation. Let's put it that way.
All right.
I'll assume that you gave the shop a thorough once over, and there's nothing that would cue you to be like, why is this handled and this isn't?
Right.
That is a good
And I'm
idea.
assuming
But that is
everything that
a pretty cool idea, though, to check that. So,
I'm assuming everything that is out that we can see is all legitimate, above board,
oh yeah,
nothing that would
yeah.
trigger any kind of illegal activity at all.
No, nothing like that at all. You're good on all that. Is there anything else I can help you with, officers?
Yes, actually. Can I get that butterfly real quick, person?
Oh yeah, I handed over.
Can you tell us anything about this? Maybe who on the row deals with insects like butterflies or anything like that?
They do a lot of those over on Animid Row, which is just not too far away. I think you're actually at Hawker's Circle is where you're at, so it's like literally just up the road. But he said I can't afford those kind of things, so I don't frequent any of the shops. I know that I think they've got some that even have uh, cats or dogs for pets that you can get and things, and but it'd be Animate Row. Animate Row is where that would be, and you guys looked that up, and if you remember, there was Abdul bin Hassan's reptiles, the fish ladies, all fish including large fish, crustaceans, and aquatic mammals. There was a Rinsider zoological, that's exotics. A Triboro zoological, that's exotics. Rakshmis apes, which was primates. You had Guard Dogs Incorporated, which was canines. Superior Pet, that's core domestic animals with N1 comparable intelligence and RDU. Animoid services overlap, that's dogs, cats, house birds, rats. Premium shops, you had the Dragonfly, which was insects. Superior Pet, that was small domestic cage tank animals with negligible intelligence, gerbils, guinea pigs, rabbits, mice, small fish. You had the Aurelian, which was butterflies, and the Bird Doctor, which is domestic birds. Those were some of the ones that you knew about.
Oh, it sounds like the butterfly is definitely in our future.
Yep.
So, do you have anything more for Doc?
Is there anything that you can think of that might be helpful to us in the investigation?
You're talking about that you're asking.
I'm asking the doc.
Um, I'm sorry, I mean, other than I can tell you that this certainly looks like the lady that came in to get this scan. You know, pointing to your shot of Leah.
What was your impression after the photograph and that the memory that she did? You said she was very emotional when she left. How did she seem to be?
She
What was
seemed
her emotional state?
upset, distraught.
Did she say anything?
No, just paid the small fee that I charge and left. I mean, she thanked me, but yeah. That's about it.
All right, Doc Badger. Thank you so much for your assistance today. If you can remember anything else, please don't hesitate to give us a call. I'll give him like a
Business
card,
card.
or a business card, essentially.
Okay.
I'm Inspector Novak. I'm head working the case right now.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Sorry I couldn't do more for you. All right, let's go ahead and switch to our other two that are headed to Kill Magazine. Is that right?
I believe so.
Okay. All right, so you take your spinner to the Kill Magazine office. That's in Sector 1. So Kill Magazine, you land your spinner and you see the big, the Kill Magazine, the big, like, almost gaudy sign on the front of the office. A map here. So you come in at the reception, and let me pull. Can you guys see the map?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see, we've got Baker and Fenna, right? Okay. So you've got a reception area there, and it's as you can see on the right, if you kind of look at it, it's a fairly good size building. But looks like they've just got the one floor here that houses the magazine. And you've got a receptionist there that greets you, sitting at the chair here. How may I help you?
Well, hey, don't want to take up too much of your time. Was wondering if we could get a hold of is this Gel Styler, the proprietor up here? Is that the one that we're trying to get to?
Yes.
Just asking DM. Okay.
Yeah, I got a wonderful, here's a mugshot for him.
Ah, lovely.
Yep. Bags under the eyes and all.
So, yeah, just wanted to get a hold of Gel, and we don't have uniforms on, right?
No, you're plain clothes.
Okay. So yeah, I saw that recent story, the one at that the snake pit, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the old snake pit. And I think we have a bit of a follow up. It looked like a pretty big story. I thought he might be interested in some, additional details. Any way we could maybe talk to him?
So you're coming across like you've got additional details on the story.
Yeah, I can just lie through omission that we're LAPD until necessary.
Okay. All right. She says, "Oh, okay. I'm sure Mr. Schuyler would be interested in perhaps talking to you in just a moment." And she
Excellent, thank you.
goes back here through to the storage space area here, and into the office space, and comes back out and says, "Mr. Schuyler will be with you in a moment." And
Excellent, thank you very much.
yeah, so it's not very long, and he comes out and he's looking pretty excited. He's like, "Hello, my receptionist tells me you maybe have more information about the snake pit massacre. Come with me." And he takes you over here to this conference room here. Okay.
Okay.
Please have a seat. And he sits across from you and says, "So, what can you tell me?"
Well, I don't want to waste too much of your time. I mean, we read the story, and we're not to give away my sources, but we have some people that were pretty close to the case itself. Um, and we noticed that you left some pieces out according to our sources. You know, are I suppose first off, are you trying to protect anyone? Because I mean, if you are, we can go ahead and leave. We don't want to get you in trouble or anything.
What do you mean protect somebody? Um,
Oh, just noticed that you were, leaving out a couple, couple details of the situation. We have a friend in there. Obviously, we can't, say their name and say our sources. I'm sure you understand. But yeah, there was. Fuck, I had a thought and I lost it. Well, how about this? We have a vested interest in also learning a little bit more. Our person turned tail and ran after, right after the shooting. So they were able to, they knew a few people that were there, but for their protection, we're trying to figure out who exactly they need to be looking out for. Trying to get some information on that piece.
I feel like
And
you're trying to work me for information, and I thought you were here to give me information.
well, if it was anything that wasn't a shooting, then it would be a lot easier. There might
I'll
be
tell you what.
people's lives at risk here.
Listen. Skin job. I kind of done talking to you. You over here. What's your name? And he points to you, Baker. Baker. What's the play here? You got the skin job hitting me up with all these questions, but I thought you had information for me, but here I feel like I'm being interrogated. You got nothing?
I'm trying to think of a good response to this.
We kind of got caught in some bullshit. No pressure, Baker.
Yeah, I'm not. This is me, not the character, because I'm like, I really don't think we want to tell this guy what we really are.
Well,
Yeah,
you've
I
kind of
definitely,
slipped into the into it now. Yeah, I mean, if you identify yourselves now, you really are going to have trouble because now he's
Yeah.
already fishy with you, and
Yeah, I think because I have a feel if we reveal what we really are, then we're gonna get a tail chewing back at headquarters.
so I
So I just look at him and say, I'm just the driver. That's all I am.
you mean this skin job? You work for the skin job? What?
With with.
Okay. Well, look, I'm sure you got my magazine. I'm sure you read it. The deal was it was a snake pit. It was I was there on the night of the shooting. I was drinking and watching this useless skin job dancing on stage. The brawl erupted when that big guy there, he's some albino guy. He started to argue with uh, uh, Jelly and some of his friends. And wait a sec, I am getting confused on who I'm talking.
I'll ignore that he was speaking in third person.
Yeah, he gets in an argument with me, and next thing I know, there's gunfire, and you got a dead cop on the middle of the floor. So you read my article. Yeah, it's kind of when you're reading the notes and you're reading about the person, it's kind of weird. I should have read that before I said it. But anyway, he says that's what I got. That's what I reported. I'm not trying to hide anything. If you don't have anything to help me, you guys, you can just get on out of my office, okay? Before I call the
I
cops.
would like to attempt to lie outright. Would that be a manipulation roll?
Yes.
So I'd like to, I kind of lean in a little bit, real hush hush, kind of look towards the doors a bit. I tell him, it's like, what if listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I harassed you right out of the gate. I'm sure you'll understand in a moment. We have a reason to believe that the one that got away is a Rep 8 that was working within the PD somehow.
Okay, remember
And
remember she's not actually a Rep 8. She's an Nexus 9.
Oh yeah, it's a lie.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's a lie.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, roll your manipulate roll. That's good. Is mine.
Can I do anything to help?
You could be nodding. Yeah,
Not nodding aggressively.
yeah, like what they're saying. Yeah. Let's see here. I need to have a manipulate is this one. Oh, ooh, you're gonna have a tough time on this manipulate right here.
Oh baby, we're gonna try.
Does he need to push before?
Oh.
That's too late.
No, he got it.
That would have been a fantastic question.
No, I would allowed him to push after I rolled. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if the rules detail that, but I would have let him push if he didn't make it. Just so you know, I rolled 2 d12s against you just then.
Yep, that's the highest possible score.
and and you managed to pull it over on him. He goes, "Really?" And he whips out a notepad and says, "Are you telling me?" Now let's see. How do I want to say this?
As soon as he whips out that notepad, I give him a stern look, and I'm like, listen, if I'm gonna tell you this, I wasn't here. Okay, you understand?
Okay. I think this is okay. So he pulls out the notepad and says, "You mean to tell me that woman Blade Runner was a Nexus 8?
Yeah, we intercepted some. Well, my contact intercepted some privileged PD info, and we had a very official info file on that Blade Runner, and
So do you think that's why
they
she
are.
shot her partner in the chest?
Uh, I don't know, but I think having a Nexus 8 with privileged information and a gun working with the PD, and then that's the person that gets away after somebody dies like that. I don't know, man.
He says,
I'm
he said,
very
hold on a second. He says,
interested.
Sally. And he's kind of snapping, and the receptionist comes. He says, hey, tell him to hold page 4. I've got some juicy stuff here I'm getting. But tell him to hold page 4 for tomorrow. We're gonna have to do some follow up here. She goes, yes, Mr. Schuyler, and leaves. He says, okay, so what you're telling me, and he's kind of clapping, and he says, just to be, you're telling me that you found out from the police department that this uh, other officer is a Nexus 8 that has managed to go under the radar that did the shooting?
Well, that's what I'm concerned about. Listen, me and a lot of people that I care about were very close to this whenever it went down, and uh, I laid my eyes on the data pad itself, and they had her listed as a replicant, a Rep 8, and they had it in there officially. I read her psych report. That was the two pieces of information I was able to
Okay,
get from my contact
that
was
perks him up, and he kind of looks at you sideways. He says, her psych report? How did you get her psych report?
it's my contact got me two pieces of information, and that's why I'm here today. Along with what we learned from the club shooting itself and the people who were there, I saw that she's a Rep 8, and I saw that she had a very iffy psych report, one that led her to possibly not, you know, following the directions of superiors and maybe not quite being stable to begin with. This person is loose and may have our personal information. So I'm hoping to glean some information from you to keep me safe, and I'll let you benefit from whatever information we have. But
I gotta
I
tell
want
you,
my people to be safe.
uh, uh, you're making me a little nervous. You're getting access to stuff that you shouldn't have access to, and I mean, maybe I need to put you on a payroll, but
Oh,
look,
Mr.
if you can
Joe.
get me the file so I can publish it. Bring me her psych file, and we can maybe work out a deal.
Hold, Joe, you want me to give you privileged PD information for you to publish it publicly when there is only one person in this room that was, ooh, listen, that's gonna come back on me. How would you protect me in that case? You're gonna throw one of your sources to the wolves? I thought this was
No, look,
a more legitimate establishment.
look. First of all, just dealing with you is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Okay. Um. So I'll pay you handsomely for this. If this pans out and you're not lying to me, I'll pay you handsomely for this information. But that's the deal. Either you get me the report or forget it. I'm walking away from this because it's the only way I can trust you. I can believe you.
Well, me and my friend's safety are on the line. I mean, I don't think I have too much of a choice here. Would you allow me to go make a phone call real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. I'll just
Listen,
I'll be.
I go to print in about 6 hours. Either have me the information or I'm going to drop this and I'm going to consider you a bunch of liars.
I'll be back a whole lot sooner than 6 hours, Joel. Don't worry. All right.
You can call me Mr. Schuyler, by the way.
Mr. Schuyler. Apologies. I'll take my leave real quick.
Okay.
So that was just my out to make sure I could communicate with the rest of the team clearly. Listen, I am completely winging it. All right. Do we have any input how this could go smoother?
I don't know how it could go smoother, but it sure as hell could go a hell of a lot worse.
I could just give them the data file for Leah. I mean, in reality, I mean,
Okay, so
would there
here's
be?
maybe this is a setting thing that you just don't know about. That's okay. But I'm gonna tell you, okay? From the way that you've described it, what I've heard is that a Nexus 8 isn't just working within the LAPD, but is actually on the LAPD payroll. Like they
Yes.
knew he was an Nexus 8.
I'm trying to make it sound like the juiciest conspiracy this man has ever seen.
Okay.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Okay. If the LAPD were to put a Nexus 8 on the payroll, right? And knowingly put the Nexus 8 on the payroll, that would be the biggest scandal for the LAPD, I'm sure, since the blackout.
Which is why he
Possibly
led with that.
before. I get that, but the thing is like, in order to fabricate this kind of information and for it to look right, like,
I'd
it's
have
an
to give him
immense amount of
my
work.
faulty report that says Rep 8 and a faulty psych report. I haven't really lied to this man yet. Thank you, typo.
But you're
What?
going to release the psych report that is going to lead directly to the actual that's in the LAPD. So when an investigation occurs, they're going to look at
Listen.
where the leak happened.
Listen, we're
right
wrapping
quick.
up this campaign tonight.
I
We're
was about
wrapping
to
up this
say,
campaign tonight.
that's not our problem.
So if we do this shit quick,
that's your angle, is that this problem will not be persistent enough for us, the players, to have to worry about.
Yeah, basically, you've gotten the information you can get out of him.
so the big albino guy was the lead.
Well, the big albino guy was the brawler. Okay, if you remember,
Mhm.
Styles, that's Styles. He was trying to protect the dancer, and Jelly was the one that they were yelling obscenities at the Nexus 9 on stage, and I'll go ahead and say it again, just in case you didn't catch it, but he says that the woman Blade Runner shot her partner in the chest.
So we got confirmation that it was Leah that shot the dude.
Well, he doesn't.
And
He
who is
you
her
never brought out a
partner?
picture to identify her.
But he just said woman Blade Runner.
Woman Blade Runner, but
Mm.
Kind of a silly question. The partner that was shot, is he dead or is he alive?
he is dead. You looked at his dead body in
Holy
the
cow.
morgue.
Okay. I could not remember.
Yep.
That whole interaction, I was becoming so full of both excitement and dread as I saw it unfolding, Lucy.
So I mean, you said that we've already gleaned about as much as we could get. I mean, do you
Yeah.
think we could probably milk some what exactly does this woman look like? Does it,
Well-
can we confirm that it's Leah?
Yeah, I mean, why not just go back in there, say, is this her, and then, or anything like that, and then as soon as he's like, yep, and you have all the information that you want, you just say, thank you for your time, and just leave. Like, no other words, just turn and bounce.
Dude,
I don't
honestly,
think
I think that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I don't think it'll be that easy with this guy.
Well, I mean, we already got him enticed though, a
He's-
little bit at least.
He's slimy.
He
What-
is
He's
slimy.
cynical.
He's
He's,
Here's what
he's
you can do.
cynical and he wants an angle.
Check this out. Here's what you can do. All right. Take the Nexus, take the report that we have already, the one that's in our notes for for Leah. Just have Nexus 8 be in the bar, right? And be so that and use that as the thing to be like, is this her? He's looking at the top of a police report or a not a police report, but the police identification filing, whatever it is, and he sees Nexus 8. So that's his little, that's the thing to further get him to bite, so that it becomes easy to get him to identify her, right? But you don't have to scroll down to the rest of the thing. All you need is this her? He sees the name, he sees Nexus 8, he sees the picture, he responds to the picture, then you say, thank you for your time, and just leave.
I look at Baker and I have my fingers in my ears and I'm humming so I don't hear this.
I mean,
If this is the way that you're going to get that identification, do it. I'm full send. Go for it.
so I think that's the win so far. Like, is there any other ideas of what we could glean that we're not thinking of? Because he's given us the flat information, but like we're really only gonna have one go at this. Is the matching the appearance of Leah to the Blade Runner who shot this guy? I mean, is there anything else that we could confirm that he hasn't said outright? Like a
We don't have
fucking
one
what gun
shot
is
of
she
him.
holding or something?
We can flip teams and we come in as the PD.
I
We can
do
play him.
I do think that this is all we got. Like, the information that they're getting from him right now is the only information we're gonna get from him. Like, maybe it looks better if we go and do an interview with him just for our own skin's sake. But other than that, I don't think we're getting anything else out of him.
So I mean, we're thinking at least confirm that connection with this shooter, and then we'll call that a win.
Yeah, I think that's about all we can get out of this. And I mean, honestly, you could just walk away right now. I feel like we have enough already, but just why not? Just make sure.
Yeah,
I
especially
have-
Mort out here saying, "Oh, it's a woman
Percival-
Blade Runner. It's not Leah."
Percival,
it.
can you just give us a good looking report for them just real quick? Can you magic
Can
that
I-
up for us? Pull that from the ether. Yeah, all you
Can
gotta do
I
is change Nexus
doctor
8
it?
to Nexus 9 to 8.
Can
Yeah,
I
so
doctor
that'd
the
be a tech
report
roll.
so it seems okay.
Yeah, that's a tech roll for you.
Okay, give me a second. Let me get to that. Do. And you said tech roll.
Which you're very good at. Okay, yep, that little bloopity blops and drag and drops, and there you go. You've got it showing as Nexus 8 on the file.
All right. Well, YOLO, I guess.
Can you go
What's up?
ahead and just I'll set before.
Could I have doctored a couple other things so that it
Yeah, just a
might
couple other things
appear
there in
that
the header.
that it's not completely a match and it could be fabricated as far as professionally if it gets back to our boss?
Well, he's not giving
What
him
if
the
we just
picture.
chuck-
He's
Well, I
showing him the
understand
data
that,
pad.
but well, yeah, I know, but still.
What if we chuck the name and the address, but we show the face, we show the rep 8, and dude, why,
I
we
mean-
don't need to worry about saving our ass. Okay, we're balls to the wall.
Full send. Send it.
Full send. All right.
Full send.
I go in and
Is it just
I-
you this
I'm
time, or
assuming
is Baker going with you?
Baker will go with him.
Okay.
okay. So I'm assuming I was able to get this entry from Percival, and I pretty much have everything like in hand potentially.
Sounds good. All right. So the receptionist leads you back through back through the office. And I don't have a map for it, but this door opens up, okay? And it kind of swings to the right, and it's a massive office, really kind of gaudy, opulent, kind of what you'd expect this guy's office to be, shabby scuzzy, I guess we'll call it. Decor. Magazine covers, some of the big ones, and on one wall though, there's a bunch of monitors. I mean, like huge, big screens, and you see him turn. Shiler jelly, however you say it, turns to you and it says, "Officer Baker and Fenna, please come in." And as you look up on the wall, you see your pictures are plastered all over these monitors, and he's getting like, where you've been caught on like news clips and stuff like that, and said, "So what is your game exactly here today?"
So I drop the act, full straight face, look at him, and I tell him, like, listen, we need this information. I'm willing to burn whatever bridges to get it. These people don't really look after me. You're looking down on me, so I don't care too much. I have a mission. I'm supposed to complete my mission, however, and if this information can get me closer, then I will do it.
Well, maybe if you'd come in and been honest skin job, I might have worked with you, but your
Big man, would you
boss
have listened?
and your
Would you have listened
agency
to the
is
cop walk through?
always on top of me, always at me, making it hard for me to make a living. So I think you two can just go ahead and leave.
Making it hard to ooh, you know what? Fine by me. Nice to start leaving.
Okay. And he sends you a last "see ya, skin job" as you're rolling out.
If I wasn't a cop, I'd shoot him. We can't murder people in a cop game.
Here I was hoping to just make a fool of him. And I mean, you already kind of did, so
Yeah, he
there's
gave up information that he probably wouldn't have if he had known. So,
Yeah, but we gave him time to research instead of pushing on the front end.
I made a
All right.
really good.
Well, at least-
My insight roll was really good.
Oh, got you. Oh, I didn't even catch that, you bastard.
All right, so
Told you it was slimy.
that's the end of. Josh, you sent me a note.
yes,
What was another question you wanted to ask Doc?
the partner and Styles was the name of the guy we have detained, right?
Styles is the guy you have detained. Yep.
I want to ask the doc if he's seen Styles or the partner, and I'll have pictures for both of them as well.
Partner meaning the one that was killed.
Correct.
Good Lord, why can't I remember his name? Poor guy's dead and we can't remember his name.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Yep. Sandor. Okay. No,
Sandor.
Doc has not seen either of them.
Okay, that's good enough then. All right.
All right, so we're ready to move into second shift. The second shift, which is what is it called? You're done with the morning, and now you're ready to head to your day shift. And I think one of the places you want to stop is at the Animate Row.
Yes, we want
Yeah.
to go by the
Insect.
Aurelian.
The Aurelian, yep.
Yeah, correct. The butterfly insect person.
What do you want to do? What's the other place you'd like to go, or all four are you going to go there?
What other spots do we have?
Well, let's see here. You have been to the snake pit. You've been to the yeah, Percival, you went to the memory lab and met somebody there, I think, didn't you? Or did you go to you went to actually you went to
Yeah, Fenna went to the
Wallace
Writ
Court.
Crime Lab, went to the Metro Cab. Well, you haven't been to Bullet Bob's, which has come up. You've been to the Writ Crime Lab. You've been to Kill Magazine, Doc's, Leah's, the Snake Pit, Wallace Corp. That's where you went. You went to Wallace Corp.
awful woman.
So
Well, old Bullet Bob sounds exciting, I guess.
okay, so bullet bobs. You want to go in same two pairs?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So, right. There it is. Like, why is it not letting me ping that? Because I had something in the way. So the Aurelian shop is right here. So is it? I'll tell you what. I don't want to do anything with Bob missing. So let's take a quick restroom break, and we'll continue.
All right.
Okay. All right. Good. So we're all here. All right. So you've got. You do have 2 locations that you can go during day shift. You got the Aurelian shop, and Bullet Bob's Runner Surplus.
I encourage the other group, come out front with your LAPD, please.
Come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to the Bullet Bob's place. You know, I want to give you guys a hard time about it, but it worked. I mean,
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna have Novak and no, I'm sorry, Novak and Finna go to the Aurelians, right?
No, I thought we
no,
were
it's
gonna flip.
Percival.
Oh, Percival. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Novak and Percival. Pardon me. All right. So it's not hard to find the shop. What's the plan of approach on this one?
Well, I think we're gonna go in. We're going to talk to the owner. Try to get a little bit of background information on what exactly they do here, and then see what they know about the sample that we have, and if they remember anything about the buyer.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna come out with the LAPD bit again. I don't think that I'm going to be able to. I can't think of a way to try and go about this any other way. But I also don't. So, and this is something that I'm sort of cogitating with, and you guys can sort of talk this through as I come up with it. Right now, the only thing that I can think happened essentially at that bar is that she's been trying to get off world for months now, right? So she's there at the bar or whatever. I just the partner was the partner in Nexus 9.
Yes.
There's a whole
Do we have a
underground thing.
service? Do we have a service file for him on his I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, you've got a service file on him.
Yeah.
Did I? Let's see here.
Because it seems like they went to the. If they're both Nexus 9s, then it's possible both of them could have been trying to leave. Or maybe she was actually trying to leave and he was not. And that's why she then shot him, is because she was supposed to make the transfer there to get off world. And he was going to spoil it.
Yeah, there was his file.
His what about his report for, like, because we know that she had a couple of
His psych.
failures.
Yeah, she had a couple
His psych
failures.
report.
He has not.
Okay. Have we looked at his apartment or anything at all?
You
Is
certainly
it-
can.
Okay.
Just for the sake of time, there's no clues there.
Okay.
Do we have a lead on this whole underground off planet?
No, I don't think we have anything on the information we've got thus far. And that's what I'm trying to. It's very possible that she gets out of here. She leaves before we, like, that's another time crunch that we're potentially facing. Is that she gets transported off world before we find her. What's the name of the group again? The people who are trying to free the replicants. We have a name for a terrorist group that we thought what we suspected was doing something with this right out the gate.
Yeah, it was. I know who you're talking about. So the name, I'll keep looking for the name here. But anyway,
Yeah, because I mean, it seems like if we can find them, we find her because she was supposed to go with them. And where did the cabbie end up taking her?
Animid Row.
Okay, so that's a
Where we're
potential
at, yeah.
connection there. Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of explored this a little bit, and that's kind of where we left off. So
Was there a particular? Did we already go by the Aurelian? Was that the shop that we came by when we came down here?
no, we didn't come to the Aurelian. We went to a different shop.
Yeah, you went, or maybe you did come to the Aurelian. I can't remember. It's been too many months in between.
It's been too long. It really
Yeah.
has.
Look at the logs because we would have put them down.
Oh yeah, just check your logs. I don't think you did. Has anybody got the Aurelian on their log?
No.
Okay. Then you haven't been to the Aurelian yet. I think that's maybe new information. You came down there for something though. I can't remember what it was for.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm remembering it with that too because okay, so day one I went
So
to
who
Snake Pit.
who has Animate Row written on their log?
Not me.
No, I don't.
I have cab company for my night shift
Oh, that's where
on day one.
uh that might be it.
Is the cab company here on Animate Row? Is that it?
Yeah. This is what happens when you wait 3 months, 4 months to do second game. I can't remember.
No.
I do remember coming here, and I do remember going to one of the animal shops, but it was not the Aurelian. I know that for sure. Because we were planning on eventually getting over here.
With that being said, and the
Yeah.
Aurelian being our potential
I think you just went down and looked at it because the you got the records on the cab and you'll find that the cab left the Snake Pit late on the night of the shooting and dropped off its fare at Animid Road. I think you just went down and just looked at the different shops.
Okay. So
Yeah, that sounds kind of right.
here's kind of the other thing I'm thinking. If Animid Row is the potential place where the resistance, let's call it, is actually doing their work out of, I want all hands on deck. I want everyone here because this is potentially extremely dangerous.
I'm down to go wherever.
Fair enough.
I am there, my guy.
Okay, so I guess I need to understand. Are you guys holding off on the Aurelian then until you can all get together?
No, it sounds like we're all going to the Aurelian right now.
Right now. Okay. All right. And I'm sorry, I'm not finding the name of this group. It's
I'm just gonna call them. The
you're talking about the
Resistance right now.
human supremacist activists, I think.
Why would the human supremacists be moving?
Well, they're
Nexus
not.
9s
I
off
think
world?
that's maybe the group that you're thinking of. That's the only one I can think of that is they
There were human supremacists being assholes at the scene. That we
yeah
noted.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's been a this replicant group that you're talking about. I don't think
All
I've
right.
given a name to that,
All right.
but again, that's next time we'll make sure we don't spread out so bad. All right, so everybody put down the Aurelian for their dealio for the day shift.
How do you spell that?
Aurelian. And if everybody's going to be there, we'll copy here too, just so we've got them on the map.
Sounds like a species from Star Trek,
Does kind of, doesn't it?
like a golden bird or something.
Okay, so how are you going to approach the shop?
Kind of case it a little bit.
Okay. Not a lot of traffic, but you do see this person. You see a person in the shop dressed in kind of a pinstripe suit and bald. Looks like older gentleman. Bow tie, red bow tie. Milling around in the shop and tending to stuff.
How does the shop appear? Is it like
Very, very
upper
pristine.
class?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is well kept.
And this whole block and that is like very meticulous, upper class.
Yeah, this is well taken care of areas of shops and stuff.
And from the maps, it looks like the stores are shared walls and that kind of thing. So can you hear? Are the walls thick that you can't hear between the shops and that kind of thing, or are they thinner?
I'm going to say you can't hear between the shops now.
Okay, so they're quality built and kind of isolated between each other. Do they have any kind of surveillance system, cameras, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Is there a lot of staff, or is it just like
Just this
one or
this
two
guy
people?
just this guy bouncing around in there.
Okay.
Did we have any cameras like across the street type kind of deal?
No,
that we could
remember
see?
this is 80s techie. You don't have cameras everywhere. It's not like that kind of sci-fi.
I only asked because we had one at the snake pit.
Wow.
That was how we saw the taxi in the first place.
Yeah. No, nothing like that on the streets here. Yeah.
So should we all go in as
No.
an organized unit, or
No,
kind of space this out? Make it
I
look
want to
natural?
have 2 of us in, 2 of us out in case of trouble.
I am terrible with a gun, and I run fast. Where do you want me?
Stick with Bacher.
Heard that.
Actually, no, you're coming in with me.
Heard that.
Or would
Okay,
you like me?
so Novak and Finna are going in.
Novak and Fenna are going in. Bacher and Percival are outside.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys into the shop. As soon as you come in, the gentleman greets you. Hello. How can I help you today?
LAPD, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Do you recognize this individual? And also, is he a human or a replicant?
Let me look here.
I would have handed over the box with the butterfly too before he went in, so he has it if he needs it.
He looks like a frail old man in his 70s.
We'll call him a human.
Yeah.
I'm Inspector Novak.
Okay.
This is one of my associates, Fenna.
How can I help you, officers?
We would like to know if you've seen this individual. I have a picture of Leia up.
No, I've never seen this woman.
Do I sense anything from that? Also, the reason why I brought Fenna in here is because she would be the one who could tell if someone was lying, possibly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm dialed in on him.
Okay. Make an insight roll.
Oh, there it is.
Two successes. Lying.
Lying that he does not recognize the girl.
Yes, he's not telling the truth that he does not recognize the girl.
Hmm.
Right quick as well,
Uh,
what does the state of the shop look like?
It's pristine.
Okay. Is there any dust or anything on anything?
No, it's been cleaned well.
I'll just give I'll give Novak like a subtle nudge whenever I notice that he's lying.
Well, that is interesting. What can you tell me about this? And I'll have the butterfly out. I'll pull out the butterfly.
Okay. Let's see here. What will that do for you? Yes, that is one of my creations.
How much do these things go for, you think?
It gives you a dollar amount.
Are they pretty expensive? Because
No, not terribly. Not for the butterflies. If you get into the dogs and the AI ones, then yeah, that gets kind of pricey.
okay. That's very strange, because this person, Leia, definitely bought this from your store, right? And about a 2 nights ago, she came by here. Are you sure you don't remember anything?
I get a lot of customers. I'm sorry, I don't remember selling this to this woman or who this woman is. Give me another insight, Fenna.
Yeah, I want to know if like as soon as he says I haven't sold anything to her.
Yeah, he is lying.
I'll give Novak another nudge at the mention of him
Oh,
not
there's
selling
no
her
need
anything.
to nudge. I need you to send it right now. Because
Oh,
Anyway,
to just
go ahead.
drop it right on his face?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Yeah, I after the second lie, I kind of
right quick. The way I respond to it on that second nudge is send it. That's all I say.
to clarify, I'm calling this man out, correct?
Yeah, do it.
Big bet. Okay.
By the way,
yeah.
this is him. By the way, I don't think I showed you this.
Oh, fuck, he's seen things. That man's lived through it. All right. Well, yeah, as soon as I catch him in the second lie, I politely step forward and I say bluntly, why have you been lying since you opened your mouth? I'm acutely aware. I'm trained to do this. Why are you lying? Are you protecting her, or are you just throwing us off?
I
Or
would say
maybe-
that officers, I'm sorry, but what would I have to gain to lie to two officers?
Maybe
Seems to me
he's-
like your training maybe is off.
So I'm looking over at Fen at this point. Maybe he's protecting that resistance group. Seeing as how we know that she came, after she was scheduled to go off world with them. She came straight here.
We are just talking out loud at this point, right?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. So I mean, a person with connections and resources would be of value to any one of these people trying to get away.
And after Styles gave us up what we did before, scrambled him.
Man, you're just dropping the baggage, aren't you?
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, just kick in the door. We're here to stay. All right. I want you to roll a manipulation roll, Novak.
I have complete faith. You were born for this moment.
I'd like to push that 5.
Okay.
I do not know how to just re-roll the D8.
I don't think. Oh, there's the So just the D8. There you go. So it was still just 1.
All right.
Which is all you need.
All right.
You see him kind of clenching his jaw and at this bantering that you guys are doing and tensing up, and is obviously uncomfortable about the things that you're saying.
And we notice this clearly.
Yes, it's written all over his face.
As soon as he breaks his demeanor, I just turn right back to him and I kind of call him out. I'm like, you are clearly showing us right now that you have close feelings to this. Why would you get so angry at us just talking to each other? Please just
Well, it's not
easier.
clenched like in anger. It's like the jig is up. They have me. More that kind of like, oh shoot, kind of clenched.
That's probable cause.
Got you.
Let's book him and take him down to the station. Unless he feels like being a bit
probable
more
cause.
helpful to us here.
Probable cause for what? He says.
Let's
For
see.
selling a butterfly to somebody?
Oh no, to involvement with a murder, and let's not look. The murder is honestly a sideshow compared to being connected to someone smuggling Nexus 9s off planet. So
I don't smuggle anybody.
I'll let him talk.
Where would you get that I smuggle anybody? I maybe sold this butterfly to somebody that you're interested in.
Novak just keeps looking at him, not saying a damn word. Just
roll
Let him
me another
squirm.
manipulation.
I, of course, would like to push.
Yep.
Venom, help!
Fit a help.
Well,
So-
listen, at this point, you need to give us ample reason that you're not tied to the smuggling ring, because right now we think that you are. So your best course of action would be to just tell us what the fuck you did with the butterfly, and you're good. You're good. If it's just the butterfly, then we can work with that. But as it stands, we think that you have a hand in something larger, and that's a problem.
It's obvious that you've got your hand in this in some way. You can mitigate the damage to yourself by being forthcoming with us.
All right, so go ahead and roll the manipulation again. And I'm going to give
Both of us, or
you
just on his end?
advantage on this one, okay?
Okay.
So click the advantage button when you roll this one, okay? Okay. Okay. I did sell this butterfly to this person that you've got a picture of. But that doesn't I don't know what else I don't know this other stuff you're talking about.
Why? So, let me get this straight. Just help me out here. Why are you lying to us about it? If it's not a big deal,
I read the magazine. I know this woman's involved in something that could be bad.
what is that?
He
Can I-
read the
can I-
Kill
Yeah,
magazine.
no, I know, but like, can I tell whether he was lying from that one or not?
That was a pretty impactful thing that he just said. Like, did he have a tell?
You, I'm going to say that you're not getting full meal deal out of this guy. You know, it's like he's lacing truce with he's trying to blow stuff off. You think?
You know, that really, again, this doesn't make much sense. I'm giving you one more shot before we book you, okay? Because reading the Kill magazine and the LAPD coming in here to talk to you and you still not being forthcoming doesn't make sense. So I'll give you one more shot before we book you and take you uptown.
Okay, give me another
I'm
manipulation
over here
roll
adding
with
to it.
advantage.
I'm off to the side. Like, come on, just.
I would like to push that
Make it
1 and
easy.
that 4.
You can't push the 1.
Okay. Then yeah, just a D6.
It's really not necessary.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
you got your success. In this case. All right. So, what specifically are you asking him in this? What do you want him to answer specifically with this manipulation that you're threatening to arrest him?
Why are you lying to us about not knowing her?
Okay, and you got a success there. So, because she's my friend.
Okay. Well, you understand she's in a lot of trouble, right?
Yes.
We're trying to help her too. She's been on the how long has she been on the force for?
5 years, something like that.
She's been
Yeah.
working with a lot of people over here in the LAPD for 5 years now.
I'm trying to help her also.
Help her to do what?
To get off this world. To get her off planet.
Did we ask him what his name was up front?
He's the Aurelian. Yeah.
Mr. Aurelian, you're under arrest.
For what?
Trying to smuggle somebody off planet, it sounds like.
Yeah, I
Okay.
whatever citation I can for that.
Okay. Yep.
So-
Basic interfering with a murder investigation, aiding and abetting a possible murderer, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I would like to ask one more thing before we drag him away completely. If you are friends with her, can you confirm or deny that she was the one that killed that man?
Let's see here. Let me read real quick and make sure what his depth of knowledge is here.
Because on one hand, if he's trying to help her and she didn't actually kill this guy, then that would drastically change what we're looking for. Still haven't gotten a concrete answer on if that woman was Leah.
Yes, he knows that she. He says yes. She shot Sandor.
Much appreciated.
Do I have authority to take his personal like data pad and stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
you can confiscate stuff, and I mean,
Okay, Percival, there's work to do. Baker, keep an eye out. I
Head on a swivel.
doubt that this is going to stay silent for very long.
Okay, I come into the store and I
Can I call in a detective or two to or not detective, but some beat cops to take this guy to the station?
yeah, you can call somebody in to take him, so you don't have to make a trip there and burn one of your shifts.
I'd like to do that, please.
Okay.
I'm assuming since we're in here and he's under arrest that we don't necessarily need a search warrant, so we can search everything.
Yeah, you can search everything.
All right.
I mean,
Let's do
this is
that.
potentially, linked to a crime now.
Yeah.
While he's waiting for the beat cops, he does look at you, Novak, and he says, "You're too late. She's going to be off world anyway. You've lost."
Ooh.
And you notice that when he says that, um, he looks like an old man, but all of a sudden he sounds really young.
We've still been operating on the assumption he's a human this whole time.
He's probably not. Is there a way to determine that?
Yeah.
We can look at his eye,
Yeah,
which we will now do now that he is technically under arrest.
he is a Nexus 8.
Of course he is.
Hang on just a second. My wife's calling me. Just give me a hot minute here.
Do we have like any other leads remotely at this point, or we pretty much have
This
to,
is it. This is it right now.
like look around, maybe? I mean,
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome
oh
back.
boy.
What about the albino? Do we have anything on him?
We talked to him already, and
Oh, okay.
he's another Nexus. He's another Nexus 8. We know that much. And I
Damn
believe.
it, Nexus 8's causing all this havoc.
I mean, technically speaking, catching two Nexus 8s back to back like this in 2 days. I mean, I know we're in a larger investigation, but that's not bad. That's not bad police work either. So,
Well,
the-
Chief isn't gonna
no, he's not.
throw a party for that. We need to get results here.
Well, if we can manage to start pinning down some of the smuggling ring, then
I mean, obviously it's going through this alley, so let's shake down the store as much as we can and then see if we have any links elsewhere, I think is where we're gonna need to go. Because this is the last place she was. And he seems to have let slip that she's off planet or about to be at this point. So
Well, that's why I'm hoping we can pull something out of his phone or out of maybe he's got a terminal here that we can poke through.
Okay, so what do you have any more questions for the Aurelian?
Not at this time. Let's see if we can get something from his phone or from his what can we get from his phone and potentially from a terminal here before the beat cops come to get him?
All right, you dig
I
around
actually
and
do
you see where it looks like he may have had some contact with Styles.
I think synth. I'd like to look at him and say, why? Why are you doing that?
It's basically because we deserve to live, and she deserves to be free of her torment and live her life.
Yeah, and whoever
So
gets in her way is they don't deserve that, so they can just die. You see,
Uh,
like the oxymoron there.
how is living here
I don't
necessarily
support.
a
I did not
torment?
support any of her actions of murdering Sandor. I don't support that at all.
I have a life here and I don't feel like I'm in torment.
Well, Leah is tormented. She's tormented in a horrible mental state, and there's people that are responsible for that, and she's upset about it, very angry. But I'm going to get her away from that so she's not have to worry about it anymore.
That's not necessarily because she's a synth. That seems to be a universal possibility with all life, to be honest.
Percival, I don't mean to cut into your philosophical discussion here, but I need to see what's on the phone and his personal terminal.
Okay.
So give me
So
a tech roll,
I'll
techie roll.
okay. All right. Doing it. Once I get to the screen. There we go. Okay.
Here, I'll go ahead and roll it for you. You got an A and an A, so 2d12s.
Okay.
You want to push
All right.
that?
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know why
Uh,
yours won't let it push. You want to push that?
please.
There you go. All right, so you get in, and like I say, he's definitely had some conversations. Looks like some phone records to Styles, linked to Styles. There is a phone number that is called twice, but it's showing as unknown, not listed kind of thing.
Can we trace it through our LAPD?
Yes,
Tech?
you can. It's just kind of around the corner, down the alley.
Oh.
The vid phones,
Maybe we should check
perhaps?
that out.
No, it's not vid phones. Just voice
How
stuff.
can we pull up the length of the conversation?
No, there's no recorded conversation. Just phone records that shows they
No,
called.
well, not the recorded, but I know a lot of the time you can look in logs and say, oh, was it like 30 seconds or was it like 30 minutes?
Oh, yeah. All very quick phone conversations, less than 2 minutes.
Okay. Is there any text or anything like that?
No.
Anything on does he have a personal terminal here or just the phone?
Just the cash, basically cash register, and then his personal phone.
Okay.
I give Novak a look. Do you want me to continue or do you want to?
Well, we've got our next lead and we have the phone. So around the corner we should go.
Okay, so you've marked the Aurelian for your day shift. Now for the night. What's the next shift? Yeah, you're gonna be moving into evening when you get to this location. Okay.
Okay. Right quick, I just have a question for Fenna / Lee here. With that that you had when I said my bit, was that Fenna saying it or was that Lee saying it? Or was that you, Lucy, saying it?
That was Fenna now being very conflicted because it's a pretty key part of her personality that she also kind of wants to, be
Right.
something more than a utility. And hearing this guy saying he's trying to get her away to live a better life, be happy, that probably would have affected Finna in
Yep.
some way. I
Okay.
don't know how that's gonna play out later, but
Right.
yeah.
I needed to know whether that was Fenna or if that was you because I'm going to have commentary for you here. Or
Mm.
Fenna rather.
Okay. So we're headed to this
Yes, but
call
before we
trace.
do that,
Okay.
I need to talk to I need a quick sidebar with Fenna.
Okay. Is this public or we need to go private?
I mean this can be public,
Okay.
as far as like across the channel, but this would be just me taking Fenna to the side.
Okay.
Fenna, I noticed your potential commentary there for a sec. Is this something that you need to sit off to the side for, or are you good to keep going? I don't want to screw up your
Yeah.
next test. I would prefer that if this is something that's going to mess with your next test, that you just bounce right now.
Mm. Ultimately, I have to complete the mission. We have to continue this, and regardless of whatever feelings are there, I think I have a good understanding that a woman still killed another in a bar, and a murder is a murder.
All right, on we go then.
Okay. So you move on down, head to where this call was made, and it's a looks like it's a when you get to the location that the call was where they traced it to. It's a 5-story 19th century building. It's now kind of a crumbling ruin. Um, rain is coming down. It's kind of a foreboding looking structure, really. Um, anyway, the front door is locked.
Was that a gunshot?
I'm sure we have technology that can get us in.
No, you can try to force the door.
And I'm sure that was a gunshot.
Sorry, my master music volume was turned down, so I did not hear it, but I heard it through someone else's mic.
I didn't. There wasn't a gunshot that I did.
Oh, okay.
I hope somebody didn't just get shot in real life.
It's just a
It's a
flesh
rough
wound.
life out here.
Yeah, no
It's a
gunshot.
flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. So in this case, it's old school lock. It's not a digital blah 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 kind of thing. So I just need a force roll from somebody to force the door. If you're gonna force your way in.
Can it be picked? Can we pick it?
Ooh, no. What I'm reading here tells me no. That's not going to be possible.
Okay, right quick before we get into that, is there any other exits that we can see?
There's windows and stuff, but they're all boarded up. Everything seems to be boarded up. This seems to be the only entrance. And
Any vehicles on the side alleys?
no, nothing like that.
So there's this basically abandoned building in this very upscale alley.
Yeah, I don't know how up. Let's see. It's at Hawker Circle from the animated row. Let's see here how far you actually are. I may have been a little lax in exactly how far away it is. You've got. It's Hawker Circle is where it's at. So, wherever that is on this map. Let's see here. I don't know if it's on here. Anyway, yeah, it's a dilapidated building that just hasn't been torn down. Anyway,
Okay.
so
I was thinking it was on the same area, but
here's
if it's a
animated row
different
right here.
area,
Oh
that's
yeah, it
fine.
is right up to. It is right next to each other, right here. Right here. Basically, I mean, it's just down the street a little bit, right here.
Woo.
Wow. So they're allowing
Well, with a name like Piss Alley, I don't know if
Oh boy.
I mean, you got to remember
because it's close
this is.
to the LAPD, so let's
I mean,
not go there.
you got to remember. I mean, this is in this city. You could have high techie, high end, expensive stuff right next door to slums
Sure.
and Nussy. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
so
That's what I'm saying is
Apparently,
that
that's what we're doing.
Hawker Circle is right next to Piss Alley. I mean, that's a dead ringer for a dilapidated building.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah. So anyway, basically, there's no lock on the outside of the door. This is
Right.
bolted from the inside. That's why it's going to have to be a force roll.
Bacher?
Roger. Force roll.
Okay. Boom. You give it a shoulder, and the door busts open. And
Weapons drawn.
weapons drawn. All right. Weapons hot. I love it. All right. So let me get you your little characters here.
Can someone get something on like a quick text where if we come across, and I want, let's see, Percival? Actually, no. Fenna. As soon as we meet even the slightest resistance, call in backup.
Yeah. I'll keep my my phone ready along with my gun.
Let's see here. Okay, there is a.
Speaking of which, there's not any problems with our phone's signal or anything in here, is there?
No.
Okay, cool.
All right, so here is kind of what you see. In this, like you see through this hallway here, you see into the parlor. That's what you're looking into, is that parlor there.
Right.
Greetings from Hollywood.
I was thinking the olden times. We go
Cool.
in, look at the papers and the items on the table, of course, and the rest of the room.
Okay. Are you going to clear the building first?
Yes, we're clearing the building first.
All right. Let me see how you're going to do that with your character tokens.
I cannot select my character token.
Oh, I bet you I gotta add that here. Novak, save.
Same.
Benna. Save. Percival. Save. And save. There you go. See if you guys can move it now. Okay.
Percival, you're with Bacher. Fenna, you're with me.
Okay.
That. Wait. Is that the right? Is that the right person?
Yeah.
I'm forgetting what the icons look like. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just opening. I have my pistol in one hand.
All the
And,
doors are open, so you don't have to open any of the doors.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna very cautiously and quickly pop into the kitchen.
All right, go ahead. Nothing that you guys are seeing so far.
Anything new angle wise on the parlor from here?
No, not anything new. Fenna, you notice that the bed has been slept in.
Okay.
Bathroom.
I'm looking out the
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm looking out the windows.
They're all boarded up.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to see anything. Bathroom. Like doesn't look like it's been used recently. Well, like when I say recently, I mean in the last 12 hours. There's like the tub's not wet or anything like that. There's no toothbrushes or hairspray or anything like that on the counter. It's just a bare bathroom.
Gotcha.
Okay. So there's some stuff on the table and different things here. Let me get you that stuff here. There's a magazine.
Droid.
Let's see here. There is there's this.
Oh, that's not all droid paraphernalia. or not necessarily droid, but
Let's see. There is the.
Is there anything that we can do we have a Okay. Sorry, continue. Just give me everything first.
Yeah. Let me finish it up here.
oh, the rest of the poem, huh? From Leah's place.
And that's what you see.
That was in Leah's place.
This was what was in Leah's place. And if I remember right, let me look here.
She had that poem or part. Well, works from him. So I was reading it earlier. It's just too much of a coincidence.
So this is this is the torn page out of the book that you found in Leah's apartment. Is what's
So
sitting here.
obviously there's a link there. So she was here, spent time here.
That Hollywood postcard. Is there anything else on it?
Okay, so let's see here. The on the dresser, there's a crumpled paper. It's the torn page from the William Blake poetry collection in Leah's apartment. That's the poem that I shared with you. I kind of want you to look at this one and kind of really just read the headlines there.
Almost gives control.
Gotta put reading glasses on to get that small red print. Thinking we need to look at the trauma gives control.
Okay. The off-world ad, it's on the table. You can also find a pamphlet if you dig around. For this, you find this handout.
Well, it's
Percival?
very clear.
Yeah, Percival. I need information on the next flight out of here to Arcadia. The next couple of flights.
And then the postcard, let's see here, is an old postcard with the Hollywood sign on Mount Lee. Yeah, that's about
I'm
it.
gonna pull up everything I can on Arcadia.
Okay.
Departures, all that kind of thing.
Is this
Where
a
at,
multiple
when?
spaceport? Yeah, is this a multiple spaceport kind of deal? Or flying
Where,
there?
when?
Let's see here. There is no, you're not finding any kind of stuff anytime soon that's leaving for that.
Okay.
What
What
about
about in
connection
Hollywood?
flights?
Anything
No.
recent?
Nothing.
So what is leaving in the next like 24, 48 hours?
Nothing. You can't find any flights or anything.
What about private?
Oh,
That you won't have any information on.
Private
sorry if
flights don't
somebody's
have to
already asked.
file. They don't have to file
Is-
flight stuff.
If
Has anything left
I'm leaving and I don't
recently?
want people to know about it, I'm not filing anything.
Point taken.
Technically, I suppose true, but
how are you how are you going to get very far without getting blown out of the sky? Anyway, that's if they get blown out of the sky, the adventure's over, so I'm just assuming that it's not relevant. Though that would be kind of funny.
ironic, huh?
Yeah. It's like this news bulletin comes up, for tomorrow about a, unregistered flight that just gets blown out of the sky, and unless we have all the parts, we don't know that it is them trying to leave. So we just keep trying to investigate. It goes cold.
So like the Chinese spy balloons, come on.
Ship blows up and we don't have all the pieces. Well phrased.
So
Okay.
we kind of know a possibility where and an inkling why. There was obviously a trauma with the picture and the memory.
Yeah. So we have what is that? Motive. Well, I mean, she's a Nexus 9. She's already got motive, I mean, to start with, but... Okay, so she wanted to leave because of... Can you pull up that up again? The magazine.
We're gonna do our W's: who, what, where, when, why.
Do you have these stories, or is it just this front
It's
cover?
just the headline. Yeah.
Okay.
But if I can give you a gist. Basically, Lilith Tyrell is kind of a controversial memory creator for synths because she believes that by giving them traumatic experiences, it's easier to keep them in line.
Right. Well, not necessarily right, but like I understand the thinking. So that's the why. The trauma did not create the stability that they wanted, obviously.
And obviously we know the who.
Right. She's leaving very soon.
So, and
But
we
we don't
kind of
know
have
where.
a where.
We know where she's going
Because-
to, but we need to know where she's
Yeah.
leaving from.
Correct.
How is Hollywood these days? Is it one of those irradiated nowheres?
No, you can go there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really give me any details about. I mean, it's not an irradiated wasteland anyway.
Right. Not like Las Vegas.
I mean, you're in LA right now, so it's you could probably
Right.
take your spinner up in the air and see the sign.
I'm sorry, I don't know California. I don't actually know how close LA is to Hollywood, so there's that.
Yeah. The all right, so you guys are searching this and you get a call from your precinct. Lilith Tyrell has been killed. And they want you to head to the memory lab.
Just who we were reading about. Interesting.
Hmm.
No, frustrating.
Yeah.
Because we already know who.
All right, so you head to hit. I assume you all jump in and head like you should.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I don't know where the memory lab is.
Can we get an officer or two to like not stay in this place, but keep an eye on this place.
Yes. Yeah. That's you can have it covered.
Okay. Try to close the door.
That you kicked in.
Yeah.
Preserve
there
any
was-
evidence.
Let's
I mean,
see,
there's
where
not
is-
that much we can do for the door, but
Where is the memory lab? Why is it so hard to find stuff on this stupid map?
Well, that's the feedback you get to give them.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Too bad you don't have a find command, huh? Control F, type it in.
yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we'll say it's at the Tyrell Corporation. That'll work. Something to look at here for our viewers. All right. So you all head once your scene is covered at this house here. You head and let's see here. I guess not. Okay. So, you show up to the memory lab here, and when you come in, you see medics are treating uh, um, Nexus 9. You hear him say Terry, and then he's shot in the leg. And you go on in and to the office area, and there lies Lilith Tyrell.
I need their photos that they have for this crime scene already. I'm gonna need those immediately.
Okay. They'll give them to you. I do have Lilith Tyrell here. I can show you that. That's her. She's an older lady. Give me an insight roll. Whoever has the best insight roll.
I got a B. Anybody got an A?
I got a C.
Let me see.
I got 2 CCs. of
Insight. Okay, let's see what I've got. I have a D, so yeah, not happening.
No dice shove. We're doing it live. Boink.
Okay. When you put eyes on Lilith, Fenna, you realize, I mean, when you're looking at him here, you've got Leah and Lilith. When you look at them side by side, you know, when you're kind of seeing this, Leah looks like a younger Lilith. By the way,
So
this
I think we talked about this before. How
and this is
aren't replicants? Oh, go ahead.
and this is Terry, by the way. It's shot in the leg. And the most disturbing thing is that Lilith Tyrell's daughter is missing. That's Sarah Tyrell.
Does she look like the picture from Leah's place?
Ah, I see.
Hmm.
So, did Leah figure out that her appearance was based off of Sarah and like, I, I, or maybe she is? I don't know.
Well, Lilith
Well,
did some kind of traumatic memory in Leah.
yep, and we already know that that was pulled straight from her brain. So,
Yeah.
So while you're here, you are at the memory lab. Would you like to look at the memory?
yeah, let's take a look.
Yes, think.
Okay. Let me get back to that.
That's so illegal, actually. You're not, or
Okay, give me a techie roll here, because you're gonna have to kind of bypass Lilith being dead. You're gonna have to do a little bypassy. Somebody can help Percival at this as well to give advantage.
I have a D in tech. Somebody else.
Yeah, same here.
I just need to know somebody's helping, and then go ahead and roll it with advantage.
I'll help.
Oh, yep, you got it.
All right, so roll with advantage.
So where's the tech again? Sorry.
The tech is in here. I'll get it set up for you. I'll just go ahead and roll it because I know you're having a
Okay.
tough time on that. Percival with advantage. And gonna do tech. Excellent. Bust right through that. All right, so you're kind of searching and you find Leah's file, okay? And let's see here. So, and in the room that you're at, it actually projects the memory, okay? So the hologram in the memory lab flickers back to life, and you suddenly find yourself in a spacious hall. Golden sunlight beams in through a huge picture window, revealing a red sandy vista outside. Someone moves past you, a small girl. "Mummy," she says, "you can't catch me." She runs off, giggling, disappearing into the deep shadows. A moment of stillness, of total bliss, then a sudden loud bang, shaking the ground, followed by sharp rattling noises, an explosion, gunfire, people screaming, but the gunfire continues. You run, right toward the deadly danger, to your daughter, rushing through halls bathed in red light. Then you see them, masked men clad in black guns raised. Then you see her, lying on the floor, very still. Now it's your turn to scream, and just like that, the scene is gone, and you're back in the memory lab.
Heavy.
Right quick, because I know there's been a discrepancy before with this kind of a thing, and I realized that might actually be a setting thing. Is this so? This is a question for DM. Is this pre making real memories with real people illegal?
It is not, because if you remember, it's not illegal, it's frowned on. But if you remember, on the Independent Sentinel, Lilith was the rising star of memory design.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was one of the front page deals there.
Okay.
And so while it's not accepted practice in most cases, it's not illegal at this point.
Okay. That makes more sense, because I'm 10 years down the road later on with my knowledge of
Right.
that being illegal, so that discrepancy makes sense now. Perhaps this is the moment that becomes illegal. At any rate,
So you've got a missing child, you got a shot assistant, and a dead Lilith. What would you like to
So
do?
it seems to me that Leah has determined that Lilith's daughter is her daughter in this traumatic memory and has taken her with her to escape.
someone needs to get in contact with the Aurelian right now. Whether that's me or Fenna, doesn't matter. Fenna, which
I
one do
call
you
them.
want?
Or
Okay.
I guess get in contact with the people who are
Okay.
detaining him.
You need to head back to the LAPD. Okay. And take these with you. I send him the links for this, the daughter, the first police, Sandor. When you talk with the Aurelian, here's what I want you to do. We already know that the Aurelian is not okay with all these killings. Right? Here are more killings. Here's a missing daughter. How many more? That's the angle. The rest, do the rest of it as you see fit.
Quick question. Is the daughter, do we know, is she human or not?
Lilith's daughter is a human, yes.
Okay. And Lilith was human as well, I'm assuming?
Yep.
then?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Finn is headed to the LAPD.
Okay, and
Yes.
yeah, we're here interviewing witnesses, and
So the only
ripping
witness you've got is Terry,
right.
TR 6-1.1.5
Percival, there's got to be cameras in this place. See what you can find.
Okay.
That's no problem. You find the security in this place, and what you see is Leah arrives, walks up to the entrance, actually uses her own eyes to open the security, and so her eye opens the security.
What's the
Uh,
timestamp on that?
it just happened 30 at this point, probably 30, 35, 40 minutes ago, something like that.
Do we have any
Okay.
airports that are close by?
Uh,
I mean, any, like even private ones.
I'm sure there are. Yeah. The basically promptly shoots Terry in the leg, then continues into the memory lab where there's a confrontation with Lilith, but there's no audio. Oh no, it does say there. Okay. No, I'm sorry. There is audio. She confronts Lilith, and you hear her screaming at her about how the memories of her dead daughter, Dina, have tormented her, and Lilith is trying to calm her down, and Leah produces a gun and shoots her in the head.
Is
And
that her police issue blaster?
yes,
Has an APB been issued already for the missing child?
um, uh, yeah, I'm sure that's taking place. Yeah. So when once she shoots her, Leah discovers actually Lilith's daughter Sarah was hiding in the room. She didn't notice her, but uh, she takes her up in her arms and takes the small girl and leaves.
How does the daughter react during all this?
Daughter seems to be in shock.
What vehicle did they leave in? Can we see anything like
Can't
that?
see that.
Is there a security camera pointed outside that we can get the footage from?
What
No,
direction did it leave?
no, you can't get any of that.
Both sides of all the avenues from here, are there any kind of cameras in that we can try to pick her up?
Or
So
security?
you
Or
can
like traffic
send
cams?
squads, police to these airports that you're worried about, and she's not there at any of them.
But on the road, is there like traffic cams or anything like that
Uh,
monitoring that we might be able to pick up her vehicle during the time that she would pass through?
you're not going to be able to track her vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then which direction would Hollywood be from here?
Yeah, we'll say south, because I can't tell on this map. It's a cool looking map, but man, it's hard to read. Yeah, we'll say south.
Okay.
But I'm confident that you guys would have people at railway stations. You've got an APB out for Leah, the Sarah, and you're covering you know airports, rail stations, cab companies, and you're not
Hollywood.
coming up with anything.
Okay. Uh, you know what? I actually got to get back to the station too, and do we have a lab that can do like a track phone calls thing?
Track phone calls.
Yeah, like the whole triangulating.
Oh,
Try to find them through the phone.
yeah, if she's got a phone. You might be
Okay.
able to. But you know that her department issued phone is, you've
Oh, I
already
was
found that. Yeah.
I was
What
going
about
to
the
call.
kid?
Ooh,
Kid doesn't
that's-
have a phone.
I was
Kid
gonna.
doesn't have a phone, really?
I was planning on calling her through the Aurelian's phone, possibly.
Okay.
That unknown number.
You can do that from where you're at, and you don't get any luck on that.
Okay.
So basically, if you're done at the memory lab, I need to know because we're going to move into the night shift, and I need to know if you're going to work through that and
right.
basically be sleepless.
Right. So I mean, talking with Terry? I mean, you know my MOA at this point.
Oh, you're talking to Terry?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
He's
all right.
witness to a murder, so.
Okay. Yes, officer. How can I help?
Can you describe what happened?
He lays it down pretty much spot on what you saw on the camera. Said she came out of nowhere and just shot me in the leg, and then killed Lilith and took Sarah. Yeah.
Did you hear anything? Did she say was she talking to Lilith about where she was going or anything like that?
I don't know where she was going, but she was whispering something like, "Have you ever been to Hollywood? Come on, let's go to the Real Dream Factory," I think she said.
Percival,
There's
can you look that up?
someone
Yep.
will take us to the place of our dreams, something like that.
Okay.
Dream Factory, Hollywood. Looking it up.
Okay, you don't find anything that's a Dream Factory or anything.
Dream anything in Hollywood?
I mean, I'm sure you find some things, I guess, that would say dream, but nothing that's like specifically the Real Dream Factory or a Dream Factory kind of thing,
Anything else you think?
Specifically for non-humans.
Do an inside, or first of all, this is gonna have to be multiple here, okay?
Okay.
Gonna try to help you along here a little bit. Give me a tech roll first. Do you need help
Doctor,
with that?
can you help her with that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can never get to
So
that part of my sheet.
two successes.
Cool.
All right, and then Novak, I want a connections roll from you while you're kind of standing over her shoulder doing this. Okay. I need you to roll that without advantage though. Okay. And then I need an insight roll from you, Novak. Okay. So you're flipping through stuff, you're doing these searches and stuff, and something that has popped up 2 or 3 times in your search is one of those old Hollywood sign cards. Which you're not
Figured to have the
sure.
Hollywood postcard.
You just notice that has come up, and you're searching for this dream factory.
So the Hollywood sign itself?
That postcard has popped up like a half a dozen times, statistically more than it should have.
Get in the spinner.
Is that everybody or just Percival?
We have jurisdiction here that we can go to the Hollywood sign, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you want.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, Hollywood's to the northwest.
Thank you. Did you find it on here?
Yeah, it's roughly if you go to It's off of the big map, but if you go to the inset map, it shows Sector 12.
Oh, okay.
I'm pinging roughly where it is.
Okay. Most excellent. Thank you.
No charge.
So
All right.
just an advantage later, huh?
Yep.
All right. Cool. So,
Get some people to the Hollywood sign as well.
okay. Well, you're going to be the first to get there.
Obviously.
And let's get over here. So you land your spinner down here. And you notice there's a group of people up the hill from you a little bit.
Oh, peachy.
Am I moving that by? Whoops. Let's get that to the map layer. We don't accidentally move that. Up the hill, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is it? Yeah, 8. Looks like 10 people. One does look to be a small child. And they've spotted you landing, and they're sort of milling around and look like they're trying to move away from you at this point.
Okay. Tuck my pistol into like behind my shirt.
Okay.
And anyone who doesn't want to get shot at, just stay back.
Okay.
I'll put my pistol also similar and go with them.
Yeah, same.
Hiding, and I'm gonna tuck myself in behind one of these signs, and then call out to them.
Okay. Taking cover behind the sign. Go ahead and move yourself up there.
I do not have control over my token.
I also don't have control.
Are we
over
still
my
doing
tokens.
that? Okay. I'm just going to give everybody access to the tokens here. All players. Save. I copied from the wrong map. Right, I already done that. Okay. Should be able to move your stuff now. Okay. They see you, and you do spot Leah in the crowd, but she's kind of making sure she's in with people,
You call out to her, Leia.
She turns and looks, and you see her kind of squinting, and she goes, "Hey, Novak."
Hey, Leia. What are you doing?
I'm just out and about.
Oh, all right. How about what was the name of the daughter?
Sarah.
Sarah?
Sarah? Is she there with you?
Sarah who?
What is the name of her daughter from her memory?
Dina.
Is Gina there with you?
Why would you ask about Dina?
Because Sarah and Dina look very alike.
Yeah, well, you can ask Lilith Tyrell about that.
Actually, we can't.
He's kind of moving towards the back of the crowd.
What's the rest of the crowd doing?
They're kind of milling about nervously.
Can we tell, are they human or not?
You can't tell from here. Just
Listen.
go home, Novak. I'll be out of everybody's hair here in about 15 minutes.
I tell you what, that part's fine with me. The part that's not fine with me is you taking Sarah with you.
Oh. Oh. If I send her to you, you'll let me go?
Yeah, if you send her over to me safe and sound, I'll let you go.
You see her kneel down and looks like she's whispering something to the small child. And is I have your word.
You have my word. So this might need a manipulate check, okay? I do plan on basically just picking up and leaving, but I'm calling people in to still try to catch them. So I like it's like okay, it's out of my hands. Like I'm not going to like try to shoot at her or anything like that. So it's a half truth. That might need a manipulate. I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, if you're not giving me 100% truth, you're going to need a manipulate roll.
All right.
Ooh, nice. Okay, let me see here. I believe you. Sure you are. Okay. So she stands up and she says, "Don't you double cross me." And
I come out from behind cover, and I have my gun in my hand, but not pointed at them. It's like up in the air, and I just set it on the ground.
okay. Make an observation roll when you step out from behind the sign. Okay. You hear a spinner coming in hot from your left, from the north on this map. It's coming in fast. And it's a black spinner unmarked, and it hits the ground kind of hard right here, just away from you. And some people start pouring out of it.
Uh-oh.
And they have assault rifles.
I keep my hands in the air.
Okay. And we're gonna recall everything, recall all, shuffle, and then we're gonna deal initiative. One card to all players.
So, kind of my plan was hanging back. I mean, how easily can they see us past these signs?
They probably can't see you because the letters are huge. So,
Because if possible, I mean, I'm trying to get like you see what kind of number I'm doing here.
Oh, I get 2 initiative cards.
you're moving towards the end of the sign.
Yeah, I'm kind of creeping that way, trying to attract as little attention as possible.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've got Novak.
I'm gonna stay put where I'm at. Do I need to draw or anything like that, or?
Now I've got the cards drawn here. I don't know why
Oh,
it
okay.
does that. It irritates me. Novak. Team, that's good. Novak, what's your card, Novak?
7.
7. Baker, what's your card?
What's better, low or high?
Low.
5.
Okay. Percival, what's your card?
A 10.
Benna, what's your card?
Also 10.
All right, so these guys bail out and kind of spread out, and they open fire on the crowd of people by Leah.
Oh shit.
Oh, good.
Lovely. Yeah, it was the supremacists all along. It was a fake.
Okay. Let's see here. It's going to be
What the twist?
firearms. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hit. And I'm going to roll a dice here. I do not want odd. All right. Next is Baker.
I guess I'm going to pop between one of these signs and start shooting the dudes that are shooting the crowd.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a firearms roll.
I assume they're in range.
Oh, yeah. We're good.
Okay. Firearms.
Okay. You hit. What's the damage on that?
First box has got a 2, and then there's a D12 for the crit die.
Yeah. If you get 2 successes, you get to roll the crit die on me. But
Okay.
um,
Oh, if I'd hit the
so it's going to be 2 points of damage. It looks like.
2 points of damage. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
If I'd hit the group of arrows next to the weapon, then I would have gotten the same thing as the firearms roll, I think.
I got you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm figuring the sheet up.
That's all right. They're new. I get it. Just need to look up one thing here. So 2 points on this guy right here. Okay, who's next? That's my crowd. They are gonna panic and start running towards, I think, the police officers. All right, that leaves Leah. She's gonna shoot at the people shooting at the crowd. Ooh, that's quite the hit. That's a crit. D12 that. 9. Massive internal organ hemorrhage. He drops one. Blammo.
Oh, she is a killer,
Ooh.
Leah.
Okay.
It's not her first body.
Novak.
As much as I'd love to shout LAPD, I don't think anyone's going to be able to hear me. So I think I
Whisper it. What's LAPD?
Hey
Doesn't say how
guys,
loud you
can
have
you
to
put your
say
guns
it.
away?
Can I? I don't suppose I could pick up my weapon, move slightly behind cover, and attack all in the same round.
Say that again. What are you wanting to do?
Pick up my weapon. It's on the ground right now. Move behind cover, and then attack all in the same round.
No. You
Yeah, I
pick up your
figured
gun
not.
and move to cover.
Okay. I suppose I'll be shouting LAPD while I do that.
Okay. All right, Fenna, your turn.
Well, it kind of complicates things. I was I wasn't ready for masked men with assault rifles. I mean, is there anything else over towards this area behind where Leah and the group were?
This here.
Yeah, is there anything in this area? Were they just completely out in the open?
They were just kind of out. Yeah, I mean, it's just standing on the hill. This looks like a drive. That's probably maybe some buildings there. I guess that's probably like parking lot. I'm not. Yeah, it says Mount Lee Drive here. So yeah, this tan is asphalt.
It's like the back access
Yeah,
to
to the
the
sign.
signs for maintenance.
So would it be possible to make it behind these buildings in one turn? Or is that too far?
Let's look here. Yeah, that's too far. Probably.
Eh,
I'd let you get halfway there, or I'd let you make a double move and get there, but that'd be the end of it.
I'll take it.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself there.
Still trying to stay about as inconspicuous as I can. I mean, there is guns and fighting happening over there.
Okay, Percival.
I am firing at the assault rifle men that are firing on the crowd, the
Okay.
unarmed crowd.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I need a firearm then.
Yeah. Okay, that's a hit, and that's gonna do.
I have my weapons. I've got two of them actually, but
Yeah, that gun shoots 2 different rounds, so looks like 1 point of damage. So we'll go to this guy here. You want to
one point of
shoot this
damage.
guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I have a peace shooter after seeing what Leia did.
All right. They are going to open fire on Leah. Still got. And they all hit her.
Oh no.
Yeah. And this one is a critical hit. Ooh, okay. You see Leah go down in a hail of bullets, the whole time protecting Sarah, though. And she drops to the ground. Baker?
I'm gonna shoot at another one of these.
Okay. One of these guys here.
Yeah, another one of these thugs, whatever.
Okay.
Let me try the button this time.
Nice. That's a critical. Click the critical.
Would I have one extra success?
You got, yeah, just put one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Brains blown out.
Nice.
Don't need to read that to know they're dead.
Okay, so
Goodness.
this one or this one? Who you shoot?
I'll do the front one so that the brain splatters over the two behind them and hopefully
Nice.
demoralize them a little bit.
The one I softened up.
Okay. All right. Crowd is going to keep running.
So Sarah is over by Leah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you see Leah's slumped body, and you see Sarah basically is pinned beneath her, but you see Sarah moving. Novak.
Well, it's time to start shooting.
Okay. That's a critical, and you put a 2 in the box when you hit it. Here's Tart. There's another one dead. Which one you shooting at?
Plus.
Okay. Fenna?
All right. Can I make it to here in one turn?
Yeah. You can make it to Leah if you want. That's what your plan is.
Yeah, the plan is going to be to grab Sarah, but I'm assuming if I do a double move right to her, then I'm probably stuck there, right?
Yeah, you can move like all the way up to between these buildings here.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Okay.
Hopefully Sarah can stay okay for an extra turn.
All right. Percival.
I'm going to fire again.
Okay.
Fire. There we go.
Oh, that's critical. So
And-
give me a D10 roll.
Okay. Okay, let's see if I can do this.
On the left-hand side of your screen, you should see a little D20.
Oh, yep, there we go. Roll D10. And 2 there.
Oh! Shot in the heart. Instant death. Bam. Okay. Well, there's another one down. Okay. We are going to get in our vehicle. It is time to go. I think we have suffered enough losses here that we need to roll out. So they are able to grab these two guys that are close, that are down, and they
Even though his brains are splattered
Yeah.
out.
they climb into the spinner. They do leave these two bodies, but they climb in, and the spinner takes off and is hauling tail.
Get a drone on them right now. Also, is there any sort of like thing I can take a shot at as they're leaving that might stop them from flying away?
You can try to shoot the spinner.
Yep.
It is not your turn, but
Yep.
Baker.
Yeah, I think I'll take a shot.
Okay. Oh my gosh!
Nice.
All right, let me look up
Coming
vehicles.
down.
That's
quick.
3 extra successes, right?
Well, you're shooting the vehicle, so hang on a second. Let me.
It
We'll look
goes in
this
the
up.
turbo port and explodes.
Small thermal exhaust port, no more than meter wide.
Well, all right. Give me a D12 roll.
Does
Actually, first of all, I need to see here. You've critted the vehicle, and I'm just trying to do this quick. This may not be exactly how we do this, but
D12.
I don't see where. I can't find where the spinner stat sheet is. So I've got a little bit of armor, but don't have. All right, here we go. Detective special spinner. Here we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco here.
Why would you cook with Crisco?
Yeah.
Now we're cooking with peanut oil.
Just use butter.
All right, here we go.
I tend to use olive oil, but
Let's see.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're making. You know, if you're like baking a cake or something, olive oil's a bit more savory. I mean, it's not awful, but
well, it is a higher temperature before it like starts burning too. So,
yeah, that's true.
and it tends to be a little healthier for you in
No
cholesterol. So,
luck there.
Yeah,
So
I
you
don't know if
did-
you're.
How much damage did you do? Is that gonna?
It's 5 points of damage, I think.
Yeah, you shoot it down.
Well, of course I do.
It only has a hull of 4.
Oh my god.
And actually, I rolled too
Well,
high.
it's a
Too high for the armor. I rolled too high a
and
dice
it
for the armor.
crashes.
Yeah, so they
And when it
crash
crashes, does it take the rest of them out?
down range a bit. You won't know until you go to the crash site. Because they did get some distance away before he plugged them. I'll say maybe he hit the driver or something, but yeah, blammo. Okay, so that is all gone from here at the moment. You've got the 2 bodies. All right, we're out of combat. What do you want to do?
Run to the body and check to see that Sarah's okay.
Sarah is okay, though traumatized a bit.
I would imagine.
I'm running to the 2 dummy corpses.
Okay, to this squad here. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
We
And
need shots fired, you know, type kind of
Right,
call to
right.
go out.
right. So
The Hollywood
And
sign.
I'm looting the bodies.
the bodies. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
sorry,
I
wrong.
would go
Sorry,
to the
wrong
crowd
game.
and calm the crowd.
Can we
Yeah,
get
they're not happy about you being there, but they're not trying to get away at this point. It's this, you know, they're kind of milling around and are not sure what to do here.
I still have my gun out, and I kind of watch them, make
Okay.
sure nobody does anything aggressive.
Yep. Oops. Move the whole earth shifts. While you're kind of starting to sort this out, another transport is coming in, but this is a well lit big thing, and it lands on the hillside, and a guy gets out, and he's kind of looking around like, what have I stepped into here?
Looks like a shuttlecraft.
Yeah, it's the only thing I could
probably
find.
the one that Leah was going to
It's
leave
essentially
on.
it's a moon bus is what it's called. And
Hey, Baker, you want to cover him and stop him from leaving while the rest of our crew comes in to help us sort all this out?
Yeah, I'll make sure I have one of the assault rifles in hand and clearly showing it,
okay.
along with the LAPD badge.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I assume you guys are going to kind of start sorting through the wreckage here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Leah is dead. Sarah is okay. These guys don't have much in the way of identification, but you do find basically, and I don't know what form it would be, but you find a little something that maybe ties this guy to Wallace Corporation. And it's just very, very minuscule amount of stuff. Other than that, they're clean. It's like almost like they're a hit squad, maybe.
Ripped off their patches and all.
Yep. As things start to settle down and there gets a grip, some of these crowd do try to get away. Okay, but I'm going to say that at this point you've got wraps under them.
Yeah. Also, we can put the drone up, and that's too easy to follow them. It's
Yeah.
not even.
Yeah, and when you check them, they are all Nexus 8s.
Woo!
We're all trying to get on this
good.
shuttle and get out of here.
The guy with the shuttle is like, "Hey, I was just paid to get here, pick some people up, and take them."
Is he a Nexus 8?
No, he's a human. He
Yeah,
was just paid to pick some people up. He feels like, hey,
He's not allowed back into the shuttle.
Yeah.
I want to clear the shuttle.
Okay.
Yeah, I asked him if he saw the crash speeder or the crash.
He said, yeah, I did see that go down.
Yeah, I shot it down, so don't even try to run from me, Bubba.
You're getting processed like everybody else here.
So when you kind of start unraveling this now, this looks to be like this shuttle pilot is part of basically it's a underground railroad for Nexus 8s to get off world.
Yep.
And when you do some more digging and you get to the spinner and you take that in, it was these guys were sent here by Wallace Corp. And you figure it's probably because of they've been tracking this, they've had access to the LAPD files.
Right.
But Leah was causing some real problems with their Leah or their Nexus 9 launch here,
Oh yeah.
So it looks like maybe they were sent here to try to clean up the mess, but they didn't do a very good job of it because we've got some cracked shots in the crowd.
Evidently.
So
I'm
is there
fired.
anything else
All
you
right.
want to ask about?
Any of those fine Wallace hitmen survive that crash?
If they did, you did not capture them. They managed to squirrel away.
All right. No,
And that
Well, we
whole
do have the
that whole thing
crash
will be for
and-
another day if you're gonna, which I assume you'll
and-
pursue Wallace Corp for charges and stuff, but that's a different scenario.
Yep.
and I'll get to go over the bodies and the crash site.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not fired? Oh, thank goodness.
So, yeah, Holden is happy that we've got this finally done. He's not happy about the publicity and the loud, grotesque manner that it was handled, but at least it's done. And he's now his attention is kind of diverted because he's having to answer all kinds of questions as to why one of his detectives, killed another detective, and so he's not busy scalding you because he's too busy covering his own butt now over all that. So,
I would like to make sure that I have all of my gold bars ready to go, just in case.
I guess you do have one opportunity here. Do you want to turn in all the Nexus 8s, or do you want to allow them to leave on the shuttle?
Oh, they're getting turned. Everyone here is getting booked. Like this is not. You see, I sincerely like. This will be like maybe a moment that would be there after Sarah is pulled away, and is just sitting next to Leah's body. Pulls out a cigarette, and he just says, "You want to hear something real funny? I kind of hoped you'd make it out." And then he, does the whole close eyes thing,
Okay. Yeah, actually, let's see here. It's where's it at here? Somewhere in here it talks about you get humanity points if you let them go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you let the Nexus 8s leave, you get humanity points. But all right. You're going to turn them all in.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's pretty cool. There's of course there's a lot of different ways this could end up, depending on where you go and how you follow the clues and everything. But what'd you guys think of Blade Runner, the first case file?
I
Electric
do like
Dreams?
it. I was
Yeah,
down
pretty
for it.
badass.
Yep,
I
this is
didn't get
beautiful.
that. Could you try again?
I don't know why my watch is talking to me, but okay. Overall, liked it then, everybody?
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I mean, there was a lot of logic and sleuthing, and working together as a group to ensure that you got all the clues together that you could then analyze and move forward to determine how to get to the end solution.
Right. I really like how they came up with a really great way for all the players to still be involved when you're at 4 separate scenes with the whole development of the the pads that you guys are using.
Yep.
And I
Oh,
really
yeah.
think
Loving that.
Free League absolutely hit it out of the park as far as having handouts and creating this murder mystery that gives you some twists and turns and makes you have to think and look at pictures and go, what's this in this picture, So I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed running it. There's no way I'm smart enough to come up with one of these, like a case file on my own. So I'm looking forward to the next one they put out, because I don't think I could run this on my own and come up with something. But hopefully they'll
Way
keep.
too many moving pieces.
Yeah, I'm way simpler than this. This is too. I mean, it's like woo. So hopefully they'll keep bringing the case files out. They'll keep hitting case files, because I enjoy running it. It's a very different kind of game, and but man, I don't think I could come up with my own case file stuff.
Well, there's a lot of complexity and different dimensions involved because you're going multiple scenes with multiple witnesses and or victims or perpetrators in some cases that you have that dynamic that adds to the mystery of it.
Yeah. Lucy, I just saw your message here, and I would give you extra XP if you did that for sure.
That was why everybody coming in with like freaking assault rifles completely derailed the plan. To let you guys know, I was absolutely ready to fucking bail on you guys and take the shuttle. Because all of this stuff lines up with Finna's actual personality. It almost feels like they're spoon feeding it to me in my character sheet.
Yeah.
And then she got absolutely fucking obliterated. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no shuttle for me. Forget Leah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is 10:45. I have kept you guys up late to finish this up. Appreciate you getting on here with me and getting it done so we can get it posted up. For those of
Oh,
you
yeah.
watching, I hope you enjoyed the second episode of Blade Runner. As soon as we get some more case files out there, we'll probably run this again because I think it's something everybody enjoyed. Definitely subscribe, like, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought of the case file. And check out some of our other games that we run. We've got Coriolis. We've done some Alien. We have a long-running Mutineer Zero campaign. Check that out. And we'll have more content going forward. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Mortis G's RPGs.
Thank you.